have little background or some background. Yes. Yeah, it's fine. Otherwise, you put very low voice. Very low voice. Hello? Yeah, that's fine. I think I am audible. I hope I am audible to you. The last, when students, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Hello? Yeah, okay. So probably you can switch off also. Hello? Good, thank you. So let's start the discussion. So just to, before I start, I would like to know your background in related areas. So how many of you are from the pure ECE background? Okay, fine. Good number in the ECE background. So hope you are all familiar with signal processing and signals and systems. And others are from computer science background or any machine learning exposure you have. So others are from computer science background. Okay, so how many of you have exposure to machine learning in the sense that conventional machine learning? Okay, so many of you doesn't probably have exposure to machine learning. That's the that's what I assume. And how many of you know neural networks? Only couple of them. Okay, fine, good. So anyway, my talk ranged from the very basics to the current state of the art. But I will spend the time accordingly. So you can probably pass me or stop me in between if you feel that some input from that time will help you. So in general, the idea is assuming that some signal processing background is available for all and some mathematical background is available. I will start the discussion. So how many of you are familiar with image processing? Okay, so some of you are familiar with image processing. So I start with the basics, of course. Before that, this is IIT Tirupati. This is also not the full view of IIT Tirupati. Currently, it's the campus is operating from the permanent campus. The campus phase 1 construction is over, and all classes, quarters are available there. Classrooms and quarters and so on. Hostels and all the operations are from there. And this is our departmental building where we have Department of Electrical Engineering and as well as Computer Science. So this is the overview of my talk. I will not be spending more time on any of the topics given that I will be taking only 1 hour, and also that the objective of this talk is to give pointers only, and hopefully it needs subsequent follow-up from your side. Really, if you want to equip yourself in this area. I will be giving a brief understanding of what computer vision and image processing are, and then I will be introducing what is the role of machine learning here and deep learning as well, and giving some of the pointers to the current deep learning methods, mainly convolutional neural networks. After that discussion, I will be giving some links where you can browse and get lot of information and data. That's the objective of this 1 hour talk. So those I got the input or the hint from your organizers saying that focus more on some of the practical aspects. Our faculty need more practical things to start or to carry forward. So I have put some of the slides which I usually or once I have given at our institute on making them preparing for the placements. Okay, so essentially if any of the students, irrespective of computer science or ECE, if they want to get equipped themselves in this area, what are all the skill sets required? And there are few links as well for general software and then for learning the both in terms of coding and in terms of the domain aspects. So those links will come at the end. but in general the familiarity in mathematics and programming skills are required to be reasonably have a good ground in this area now. So in this area I am mentioning, of course, the signal and image processing conventionally has a rich background, but the current deep learning wave has taken over, and currently any of the signal processing task and even the let it be speech signal processing, image signal processing, computer vision, biomedical signal processing, medical processing, many of the aspects needs not just the signal processing knowledge, but in addition to the signal processing knowledge, of course, strong signal processing knowledge will help in terms of analyzing the data much better and designing the machine learning models much better. But nevertheless, the knowledge of understanding of machine learning and the neural networks and convolutional neural networks is also very key or essential to do reasonable research in this area or projects in this area. So this requires both of course mathematical understanding and programming skills. If we want to get started, we should have the first some of the awareness where the the data sets are. Nowadays many of the methods, unlike in a decade before, the experiments and results are not on one or two images or one or two data sets. Now it's on hundreds of images or even lakhs of images and so on, or videos. So we should get the familiarity of if you want to work on some problem related to that problem where the data set is. Say for example, if I want to segment a disease in a leaf, I want to have awareness about where segmentation methods are, where crop data sets are, where particular disease based data samples are available, all that aspects. Similar is the case with many other domains, so medical or hyperspectral or satellite or whatever. And also some of the nowadays analyze previous years where we used to read papers and code ourselves their own other people's algorithm. Nowadays GitHub codes are very well available, and it is the trend now to use them and directly first get acquainted with them, subsequently master and then develop your own methods and applications. But at the beginning we should be familiar how to use them. Okay, just like a ability to understand, use, okay, apply. Okay, that is the initial requirement. So these are all the essentially the basics that are required. And subsequently we need few other things to get some grounds or master in this area. What's an image? Those who are not familiar with image processing, the image we know very well, the depiction of 2D projection of the 3D scene is what we call as an image. For a camera, it has the sensor elements, 2D array of sensor elements. Each sensor element will look at a small area in space. In that area, the reflectivity or the live reflectivity it averages and puts a value here in terms of a pixel intensity. So essentially, if I say 1 megapixel camera, what does it mean? It has 1000 plus 1000 array of CMOS or CCD sensor elements. Each sensor element will look at a small mm cross mm area, 3 mm cross 3 mm or whatever, some small area in the space, and in that average intensity is the value that proportional to that will be stored in terms of the image array. Essentially, if you have a dark region, the average intensity that reflects from there is very small, 0 to maybe 50. If it is bright region, it may be 0 to 2, or it may be 200 to 250. So based on that, the array of elements we get is called as an image. Okay, that's what the computer sees. The difficulty in image processing or computer vision is what we see and interpret is completely different or different way, which is very trivial for us.